And back in Lagos, it's time now for stories that are trending now. And Olamide definitely is standing by to bring us up to speed. Olamide, good morning.
Good morning, Tina. How are you doing today?
Very well, very well.
I spot a new face. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning.
I've got some good stories
it's not
for you
a new face.
I'm sorry, I'm the new face. Yes. My apologies. I hope you enjoy my stories.
Yeah.
Good morning, Nigeria. I like to say that TVC has a finger on the pulse and our eyes constantly on the streets on behalf of you guys. And if it's a trending story, we're going to bring it on here and have some good and decent dialogue about it. In our first story, it's a somber one. Tragedy has struck Delta State as Shimite Bello Love, the special advisor on trade and export to the governor, died under suspicious circumstances on Easter Monday. Now, early reports pointed to possible poisoning. Shimite was found unconscious and foaming at the mouth in her home in Asaba, according to family sources. Now, despite being rushed to St. Luke's Hospital, she was confirmed dead on arrival. Her husband, Pastor David Favor Love, unfortunately has been arrested as the Delta State Police Command launched investigations into the circumstances surrounding her death. Family members allege that he had been isolating her and controlling her property before her sudden death. She was once described as full of life and deeply committed to public service, and her untimely death has, of course, left many Nigerians shocked and demanding answers. This is very, very scary. I argue that it's a human rights issue. This femicide, it's not just an isolated event. We have to protect women, and we have to look at the signs of abuse before they end up in tragedy like this. But let's take a look at social media. Beautiful young woman, her whole life ahead of her. Human rights activist Dr. Abiola Akiyode says, suspected femicide in the governor's backyard. Shimite Bello, Delta governor's advisor, allegedly poisoned, husband arrested. We demand justice, transparency, and accountability. This is not just a personal tragedy, it is a human rights issue. No woman is safe until all women are safe. I concur. We'll take one more tweet. Priye says, marrying a wicked partner is dangerously risky. We'll wait until the investigations unfold and we can really see if this was a case of spousal murder. Very sad. In our next story, a video making the rounds online shows Tanzanian superstar Diamond Platnumz handing out $100 bills to mobile policemen assigned to him during his visit to Nigeria for fellow artist Juma Jux's wedding to socialite Priscilla Ojo, the daughter of actress Iyabo Ojo. Now, while this might seem like a benevolent act, some other Nigerian police officers were criticized just last week for accepting 5,000 naira cash gifts from Chinese nationals. The question now is, are we applying the same standard to both cases, or are foreign currency tips more acceptable? My question is this: what are the ethics of currency giving and of giving money? Is it more acceptable when we do it in 100 naira bills, or more acceptable when a fellow African does it as opposed to a Chinese national? But I'm going to take some tweets on this now. Bara says, this one is different from those that line up like primary school students. He's just appreciating them, and it's normal. We'll take one more tweet. Toby Shangotola says, is rewarding hard work at a duty post a wrong thing to do? Now, team, I'd love you guys to weigh in on this. Is it more acceptable when we're giving out $100 bills? What are our ethics on currency giving? And should police be giving money at all for doing their jobs?
Uncle Sam, you want to start?
I think it is open obscenity for them to be given money like that. If you want to give tips is a normal thing in transactions and in communications. If you're giving gifts, you don't make an open show of it. It is the obscenity more than any other thing that offends the sensibility, because the people were working for them, so they were supposed to be paid for their services. Right. And you couldn't be bribing them because you weren't seeking any other favor from them. But to make it a public show, that's the terrible thing about it. I think it's the obscenity of it.
Right.
And I think it goes into the same society, the depth of a society that wants to be showy. And that is the sickening part of it.
Okay, so I want to touch on the alleged femicide. May her soul, that's the soul of Shimite Bello Love, rest in peace. It's sad to see a promising woman of her caliber, which a lot of persons have spoken about her, ethics and what she has done in the society, pass in that manner, even though the case has not been proven. Her husband is in protective custody. He wasn't arrested because he was said to have called the police, saying that the family of his late wife, after his life, that he is the one that carried out or that killed her. So he is in protective custody. He's not arrested. He just submitted himself to the police for protection. But investigations are being carried out. I hope we get to the root of this matter and that whoever is involved is brought to justice at the end of the day. We need to understand the circumstances upon which she passed.
Exactly. What a sad one. May her soul definitely rest in peace. And I really want investigation should be taking place to find out what really happened. Because right now we cannot just nail the husband on the head. These are all speculations. But I cannot wait to find out what really happened. May her soul rest in peace. Such a bright woman, such a bright future, she had there. May her soul rest in peace one more time. And moving on to the Diamond Platinum story. Diamond has been given a lot of $100 bills. I don't know. Olamide, did you see the one he was given in the club? I don't know what is happening to Diamond with all that money. But I also think that was bad because these are police officers. They are wearing uniforms. So the ones he did in the club, we didn't really talk because, they're just normal people in the club that he was giving money to. But when it now comes to people wearing the uniform that we respect so much, I think even if he wanted to give them, there's nothing bad with tip. We all love tips, but he could have given them without, the videos of that.
Right. So I would like to advocate closure for the family of Shimite who lost her life, allegedly poisoned by her husband, but only God knows what really happened. Proper investigation has to be done, and whoever is found, culpable must be, brought to, justice. Is it possible for us to see our police officers, one way or the other, not collecting bribe, not collecting money or tips or anything? So, or is it proper to now say that that would be when the camel goes through the eye of the needle, or how do they put it?
Well, whichever way we want to
look
at it.
I want to say that in the case of the Delta tragedies, it's unfortunate that in a state where we are seeing a lot of work being done by the governor, it is this kind of sad story that is coming out, and it has a tinge of bad romance, and we hope that is not what happened. Shakespeare talked about love being cold fire, wolfish ravening lamb, fiend angelica. That love is not just a one-sided thing, that it could be cruel. We hope this is not the case.
All right, Olamide.
Thank you very much. It's interesting. It will be interesting to see how this plays out for us to get to the root cause of her death, as many of her family members have come out to the media to say, her husband tried to have her sign over some of her documents and assets before she passed. So we'll see how that plays out.